How's that?
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Hey, Jamie. Jamie. Put it off mute. Jamie. Hello? Wow.
My mouth is full and needs me. Calm down.
Oh, you're at Nate's house, huh?
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
The mic's under. They got a boom mic. Get it?
Get it? Boom mic.
Yeah. So I know your frustration when we were talking about the trailer electrical stuff. I got into everything. I'm like, all right, I'm doing really good here. I just got to hook up a wire for the trailer reverse lights. Come to find out, it's a 7-way plug, but it only has 6 wires. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I had to buy a brand new plug and whole setup so that I can run this wire.
Which one wasn't wired?
The reverse. There's no, the plug you plug in.
Yeah.
There's only 6 wires in that whole thing, not 7. So there's a spot for one, just was never installed. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Did you get a discount on the trailer for that?
I mean, technically I bought it when things were good. So the same trailer cost me double. So, I mean, I'd say I'm still up. I could sell it and still be make more money.
I got a
than what
nice
I
trailer
bought it
with
for.
7 wires. I'll sell you.
It's all right. I just went to Amazon and bought one for $25. So
rerouting that, is that a pain? When do you have to take that panel off to do it, or is that all in the frame?
Oh no, it's in the front. It's where the original is now. I just have to rewire all that stuff into the new box. It should take me like an hour and a half. But the whole trailer's ripped apart. I pulled a Jamie. I was like, you know what? I'm going to listen to Jamie. I'm going to rip all the walls apart and see what's behind here. And I'm like,
let's do this.
Not a good idea.
At least it's not 0 degrees outside.
No, that's why I decided to do it. I'm like, the weather's been decent. I'll rip this apart. And Nate, don't take your walls apart. You'll go anal.
Yeah, I'm not, trust me.
You'll be like, why is this wire look this? This is the worst wiring job ever. I have to redo all of it now.
Yeah,
because my OCD is kicking in.
I'll invite you over, and if you're looking for something else to do, you can take my camper apart. Then your OCD is really going to kick in.
No, I'm good.
God, I never realized how shittily those things are put together.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's real bad.
No quality production whatsoever. It's just about getting it out the door as fast as they can.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about what it looks like on the outside and what you can see, not what's behind the wall, which is why you should never buy a used house that's been fully remodeled, because you have no idea what's behind the walls.
Yeah. They're hiding all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. This place looks amazing. Crown molding, everything's freshly painted. Yeah. Open that wall up and see what's back there. Decrepit old wood.
Disclosure agreements. Disclosure agreements. Nobody will tell you that, though. They might tell you
because it's going to last the year warranty you need.
The home inspector would have to find it.
Yeah,
for you to get any kind of story on it, because at that point the prospective buyer can then go, you know what? We would really like you to spend a lot of money to fix this, or we're going to walk.
Right.
Yeah. Can you open this whole wall right for me?
Yeah, right. Do you remember when I busted that plumbing thing on the toilet in the camper, and I called you?
Oh yeah, wow!
And you were walking me. You were walking me up and down every single aisle on the phone on FaceTime at Home Depot. You're like, okay, well, hold on, get the camera closer. What is that? All right, that's a quarter inch. That looks good. Good. Now go down there, buy PEX. PEX. PEX.
Trailer plumbing, I assume, is pretty simple, isn't it? I mean, it's not. Yeah,
it's not bad at all. The toilet mechanism is what went bad on the camper, though. It was some really, really garbage plastic toilet flusher mechanism, but the whole thing kind of went bad. But while I was in there, I was like, you know what? I should probably just replace this anyway, because it was only this one little short length of water pipe coming into the toilet.
Didn't it freeze or something?
No, it didn't freeze. It just went bad because it was like year.
Oh, that's right. It was attached to the toilet. It was like some weird. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. It was like year 3 or 4. And then, hindsight's always 20/20. So when you search for the problems, you have to have the problem before you search for it. And then when you search for it, everybody's like, oh yeah, after year 4, just buy another spare because you're going to need it. Because if you get the same mechanism, it's going to go bad.
After year 5, buy a new camper.
Yeah. Well, I wish the campers held their value like the trailers did. You know, if I could turn around and sell that camper, oh, dude, it's terrible.
Seriously, you bought that thing like in, what was it, 2018? 2019, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. It was a 2018 model, and we bought it in January or February of 2019. So it was brand new, but we paid, I don't know, 17 grand for it, maybe 18. But it's just, if I sell it now, I'm still upside down on it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I figured it would have gone up.
You would think.
Just gut it and make it an enclosed trailer and then sell it. There you go.
And I'll leave the toilet.
Maybe it looks like a
enclosed trailer. Heated enclosed trailer with toilet.
With a toilet.
Yeah. Your perfect plumbing trailer.
To the Rhythm Pyro Podcast. Where Bozy, AJ, and Jamie ignite your passion for pyromusical show design while testing the very limits of your capacity for stupid.
Didn't you and John at your New Year's show, weren't you guys huddled in the trailer?
Yep.
Camping out? Not camping out, but just hanging out?
Yeah.
Had a nice little space heater or something?
Little heat buddy.
6 of us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Little heat buddy.
You had all 6 of you in the trailer?
Yep.
Nice.
And that little heat buddy wasn't too bad. Like,
no, they're legit.
Just imagine if there was a toilet.
No. Yeah. All right, guys, we're doing this
around the toilet.
Yeah.
Prison style.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Don't cross the streams.
Oh my God.
Turn around, AJ. Have everyone turn around. Welcome to the Rhythm Pyro Podcast. I'm Bo. That's AJ.
Hola.
That's Jamie.
Hey.
We are hobbyists and semi-professional pyro show designers, and the RPP is a place where we can get together, talk shop, fireworks, art, share tips, tricks, news, and design insights with you. We're rounding third and heading for home. We're wrapping up COBRA-CON Class C Competition Designer Talent Series with Mr. Mighty Meatballs, Nate Dexter, competitor in the 1-4 hobbyist, actually 1-4, the Class C competition. They need to get rid of the Class C name. It's not that anymore. They don't call it Class C anymore.
It's classy.
It's classy.
1.4 G Pro AM.
Pro AM,
1-4, but 1-4. Hi, Nate.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What are you doing, dude?
Oh, living the dream. You guys?
Yeah.
Seems like it's been forever since I've seen anyone, even
Except
Sky
for
Wars
Jamie, who you just saw.
Yeah, except I just saw Jamie
weekend.
Saturday. Yeah.
when I sent you that text message and I was like, hey, when are you going to see Jamie next? And I sent Jamie a text literally 3 seconds later. He's like, when are you going to see Nate next? I was not at all expecting to get a text message back from both of you within 10 seconds that said, you said, I'm going to see Jamie today. And Jamie is like, what do you want? I'm going there now. What?
Sounds about right.
What are the odds?
Yeah. So I didn't even respond. I just went straight to the UPS store.
And it
As
arrived
much
today.
meat as possible.
Yeah. So did you get everything that you needed?
Honestly, it's sitting on the counter. I haven't even opened it yet. Oh, you're talking about from Jamie. I was thinking about the package that you sent me.
Oh, it showed up?
Yeah, it came today.
Holy shit. That was quick.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I assume it's all in there.
Yeah. I hope so.
Yeah.
Hope it's all in there.
What are we talking about? What did he send you?
I shipped him some stuff.
The goods.
The goods.
Some stuff.
Oh,
Stuff I'm not going to tell you about.
some stuff. So are you excited, man?
Man, I'm pumped.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm excited, looking forward to it. Yeah, I just wish it wasn't wintertime right now.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's got to give you got to feel like you have time. Though.
Yeah, for sure.
You design pretty quick too.
Yeah.
How long would you say it takes you to get through an entire design?
It all depends on my schedule and stuff like that. But I mean, if I had a couple not busy days, I can probably knock it out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
God, who was I gonna reference? Hodder, maybe.
Yeah.
Hodder's usually, he's the one that chimes in. He's like, "Oh man, what? How long you guys been sitting on this stuff? It took you how long? Jeez,
it's only 4 hours.
That's a lunch on a Thursday for me." When are you planning on coming into town?
So we're on vacation leading up to COBRA-CON, and we don't get back until Wednesday night. So I'll have everything.
That's first day everything opens up, and you can kind of go out and start doing your setup.
Yeah. So we'll get up Thursday and hook the trailer up and head up there at some point in time during the day.
Nice.
Yeah. So we'll be there Thursday night.
Cool.
For the meet and greet.
Yes, sir.
Casino night.
I've never been. I'm looking forward to it.
Are you guys setting up Thursday or are you setting up Friday?
Friday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this your first competition?
My first competition. Yeah.
Has there been anything about it that you are approaching differently given it's a competition?
I don't know. If you see some of my other shows, I don't want to say I shoot them like it's a competition, but they're scripted heavily, and I always try to do the best I can, and that's really no different approach than what I'm doing for this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to separate that mindset sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Just because you know it's worth something. I don't know, maybe that's the wrong way to approach it, because when you guys did Dex Mex at PGI last year, you see what I did there?
Yeah.
Mex. Get it? Dex Mex.
I got
because
it.
Yeah,
it's like figured you're Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think coming off of that, see here, what was the first show I did after that would have been 4th of July last year.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the hardest shows I had to script. Just coming off of a show where the shoot site was so big and all these different positions, and now I'm way more, confined to a much smaller space, and adapting to that was a little tricky, believe it or not.
Wait, hold on. Was it 4th of July or was it the Halloween show? I thought it was.
I know it's Halloween's after 4th of July.
Yeah,
no, wait, you're right.
you.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah.
It was the Halloween show.
Yep.
So that was even smaller. Yeah.
You come from a small field background. You're used to shooting in super confined spaces. And, like
Not
historically, right. I mean, before Jamie started doing, really nutty stuff in just one position, you were doing crazy stuff and figuring out how to make it look pleasing within the vertical in super tight spots, because it's hard to keep a clean sight picture when you don't have that much space. Right.
I mean, and like you said, from historically what I'm used to, the 210 feet, I think that's what we got. That's still substantially larger than my sub 100 feet that I've shot on for several years.
Plus you guys get to shoot outwards.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was always straight up.
Do you know what the span is on the ends? How much space you have? Did they give you any kind of
I saw the site map, and it looks like we've got no restrictions, but there's a good bit of room to go out with.
I think it was like 500 feet.
Oh, on each side. Yeah, that's real nice.
Yeah, well, from center it's 250 on both ways. I think when I looked at the map and I like Googled it or whatever, I think it was 250 feet edge to edge.
Okay,
or from center edge to edge.
So, what do you got for crew, dude?
So myself, not you guys.
Sorry, we're predisposed.
No,
I'll get you on the next one. I promise.
Yeah. So me, Vanna, obviously, Justin, who rode with us to PGI, he's coming in and helping.
Oh, cool.
Chad's going to be helping.
Oh,
then
man.
I got a lot of people who are obviously offering help, but I got to be, like I said, I'm on vacation leading up to it. So I got to be as ready as possible before I get there. So
right.
I would like to think setup should go pretty effortlessly.
Yeah. Well, and with 5 positions too.
Yeah.
I mean, like it should be somewhat organized going in to a point where you guys can kind of just open the trailer, go down the blind and drop stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Keep working on F3.
Are you going to bring a map to give to Chad? Don't leave it in the trunk this time.
So, actually, buddy, just email the map to Chad and he'll print it off for you.
Yeah. Man, if you can't count to 5, we've got some issues.
Chad make you a nice map.
Yeah.
Unless he reads right to left instead of left to right.
Oh my God.
Just hold it upside down. Look at the sky.
I think it reads center out.
For something with 5 positions like this and given how much prep you think you're going to have done before you get there, what's comfortable for you as far as the size of the crew that makes sense? Or is that a decision that you'll kind of make later on?
Well, so the Halloween show that we did, similar fashion, it was 5 positions. And Vanna and I were the only ones that set that up. And I think we knocked it out probably in a few hours.
Oh, nice, dude.
So it's different when you're not having to set angles and load all the racks on site and stuff like that.
Yeah, that does take a load off completely.
Yeah. And hopefully less opportunities for mistakes and stuff like that.
Yeah, you got a list and you've checked it 7 times.
Right.
Yeah. This rack's good.
Santa Claus.
Checked it. Rack's good.
You checked it. Yeah. No, honey, I can't sleep. I'm just going to go check F3 again.
One more time.
I'm trying to sleep, but I just keep hearing Jamie in my head. I got to go out to the garage.
I know we loaded the trailer last night, but we got to pull it all off. Just one more check.
Yeah.
Vanna would just look at you.
Yeah.
No.
You could sleep in the garage.
Yeah.
True.
Are you going to get a chance to, like, if you guys shoot on Friday, you'll probably have a chance to stick around and do some stuff at the event. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and excuse me, depending on what time we get done setting up, I'm not even sure what time we're allowed to start, but you know me, what time are we starting?
Yeah, right. No, it's like, let's not that.
I'll be up there with my headlights on, setting stuff up. But, you know, if we get done decent time setting up, I mean, shoot, we might head over and check things out. But we're staying the night, obviously, afterwards. And we still have Saturday. We can swing over there.
Yeah, he's just going to tell Jonathan, "Hey, just give me the key to the place. Yeah, I'll be the first one there."
I noticed you had a padlock on that gate. Can I just like have a copy of that?
Right.
Have you started on your design yet?
I'm done.
All right.
Who are you talking to again?
Well, I say that loosely. Like, when I script something,
you're looking at 5 more times.
Well, more than that. When I script something, I always script with in a perfect world. I have whatever product at my disposal that I want, and then once I'm done with my design, I essentially have a show that's full of placeholders.
Yeah.
So now I go back and I say, all right, what do I have? What do I need to get? Is it available? And if it's not, will it be available before April? So yeah, that's where I'm at now. And, you know, a lot of the fireworks places, obviously they want to get all of their product in before July. That doesn't work if there's certain things that I'm after. So,
this time of year, you're probably working off of, like, it's gotta be a lot of interim stock because all the live long day. I mean, it just seems like this is a time of the year where you see, a product arrival emails, they hit your inbox all the live long day, but it's got to be an intermix of old stock that they're still liquidating and new stock that's coming in. So
it's trickling
in. Beginning of the year, still got to be a good time to shop.
Yeah.
Have you run into stuff that you're just like, oh, I wish I had it, but I can't find it anywhere?
Yeah, there's a couple items that I'm not holding my breath that I'm going to be able to get in time. So I've reached out to Jamie for one. I was looking for a replacement, and I got to test a couple things to see if it's going to look how I hopefully envision it's going to look.
Yeah.
but work with what you've got and hope for the best.
Come on, Nate. Just swing it. Just swing it, man.
Swing it. I'd like to watch you design for a half an hour sometime.
I don't know. Be careful what you wish for there.
Just to be a fly on the wall to watch you go through your process, because your shapings are very unique. It's refreshing in a way that it's easy to watch pyromusicals, and you see so many of the same shapes. You see people doing different things with old traditional shapes, but you know that it's a derivative or it's come from somewhere. At what point does the whole community look at something and go, okay, awesome, but how awesome? I can think of at least 2 instances in the PGI show last year during your segment where I was like, well, holy shit. I mean, I've like the heart was one of them. And then there was that step sequence, the one that, I was kidding with Jamie that kind of looks like the used car lot blow up guy with the arms.
Oh yeah.
That kind of, yeah. Those 2 instances made me go, these are really, really well thought out original sequences. So I'm just kind of curious. This is a really hard question to answer because I'm not even sure I would be able to answer the question if somebody asked it to me. But how do you go about playing with this stuff is it something that you visualize up front, or is it something that just through the process of throwing stuff on a timeline and working with sequencing that you eventually massage out to something that looks different and cool?
I think it's a combination of both. The heart, for instance, when I decided I wanted to do something for that, that song, it's called Stupid Love. And they say in there more than once, is it stupid that I love you? And I'm like, man, is that dumb that I'm using that in a pyromusical song? Stupid that I love you. And I was like, all right, I got to do something cool with it. Not only do I really like the song, but I got to do something cool for that. So I was bound and determined to do a heart that wasn't just the typical heart that you've seen where they
the
shoot
pyro
up some
prints
comets
that always look like absolute trash.
Right. I think the hardest part was just the timing on how fast it was going to sweep. I just designed half of it, and I knew that the downward peak in the top of the heart had the touch. Mm-hmm. So I started there and just worked my way around on just one side, and then I messed with the speed at which the comets were, the interval in between each comet fired.
Yeah.
And then when I got it to where I thought it looked pretty good, I just copied it, reversed the angles, and put it on the other side.
Yep. Yeah.
So, and then I just kind of played with the speed until it all came together.
Yeah. In visual software, sure, it's great that you see what's going on, but it may be 2 or 3 years ago in some like really interesting interlacing frequency when you're designing, it's cool to be able to take your playhead and drag it along a timeline and build out exactly what you want to see at the apex point of what you're trying to convey to the audience. And then once you have essentially that, like you can take something like you're saying where the hearts where, they touch in the middle, you start building out this pattern, and then wherever the playhead is, like move things around on the timeline. So you're starting to build a shape around where the playhead is on the timeline.
Yep.
And then at that point, like it's almost like it feels like a backwards way of thinking. It's easy to just hit the space bar to get the playhead to move and play along with the music. And then you just go back 1,000 times and you play this little sequence and hope to get it to look right. But in reality, if you're trying to do something really cool that just has this really impactful singular moment where you're creating a shape, move your shit around the timeline until you've created that shape and then play it back. And then at that point, I think you'd know right away if it looked stupid or not in everything that it was doing while it built itself out. Because that's the challenge that I found. I mean, when you added mines to the heart, what was a driving decision maker to add the mines into the heart for the added effect? What about just the comets? Did you go, okay, this needs something else?
The original product I wanted to use was a 50 millimeter Dominator red tip Comet with a Brocade Mine.
Oh, so it was like one of the combos. Yeah.
Yeah. So I switched it to just a, it's Pyrolands 45 millimeter, red tiger tail, and then a 30 millimeter raccoon Brocade Mine.
Yeah.
So I was trying to replicate what I already had that I couldn't get.
Yeah. Well, and it was a perfect size relative to one another.
And it filled the bottom up of that run really nice.
Yeah, totally. In spots, it almost looked like the heart itself had more substance to it. Just the way that it
definition and shapes, or like fullness around the shape.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's cool.
Yeah.
So it didn't, so it wasn't necessarily I want to build this out. It's the original idea was to use something that was a combo to begin with.
Correct. Yes.
Did you ever look at it on the timeline without the combo effect?
Yeah. Once I realized I couldn't get that effect, I tried different effects, and it just seemed so bare and sparse underneath.
Didn't hit you the same way, huh?
Yeah. I was like, man, I've got to come up with something.
Sparse. Here's a Finale 3D user.
Yeah. Exactly.
And the Pyroland stuff too is really consistent. So I'm sure.
And those things sail.
Yeah. Yeah. When you did testing of the heart, did you use the exact product that you were going to use? And then, or have you ever tried to test it with something that wasn't what you shot PGI with?
No, I only ran one test with it, and I got lucky enough that it was perfect. So
yeah,
don't change a thing.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep, exactly.
I remember when you showed us the heart video of the test, and I was floored, man. I thought that was the coolest thing, because it was right at that stage where poor AJ was racking his brain. This is like it's Sky Wars last year on the pyro printing stuff, and other guys have done the pyro printing, and sometimes guys will make it look good, sometimes guys will make it look but for the most part it never really hit me as clear, because the product just behaves so like you don't really know the variance in which stuff leave the gun,
right,
until you try to do a pyro print. Then you realize it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe I can't design in Finale with a product that's created with like absolutely perfect 0 degree and then no variances to where it goes.
And that's what I do. I design with 0 degree in that perfect world, and I guess hope for the best after that.
Yeah, I went back into my library and I changed. This was probably 2 years ago. I went back with all my stuff, and I'm like, all right, there were some things that I had set at like 2 degrees off kilter for the mortar mouth, and then there's other stuff that I had dead nuts on at 0, and I settled somewhere right in the middle, and I gave everything just 1 degree of everything, because it's like I wanted to see some stuff look bad, because if I go to create something that's absolutely crazy, and especially if I'm doing something that's trying to convey like a void space filler and things that are just trying to fill spots, it's almost like trying to take a BB gun and hit a really small target. It's easy to make that target for yourself on the field, and in Finale, you feel like you can hit it every time if that thing's right on the money. But if you get, say 2 comets at like, you only have 5 degrees of variance between the two, and then you try to throw a meteor in between them for some kind of added effect. Good luck. Right. Good luck trying to get that thing to not look like cross. It. Yeah, right. Yeah. Good luck trying to make it look like it's not overlapping with something else. How long have you been working in Finale now?
Oh, shoot.
Long enough to use the word sparse in a normal conversation.
I'm trying to think. Probably 2021.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, 5 years or less, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you a hobbyist?
I am hobbyist. However, for the COBRA-CON competition, we've been upgraded to pro.
Oh, nice.
So, they sponsored, and actually had a Zoom call with Drew, and I bet we talked for a couple hours about different things that the Pro version offers, and pretty cool racking systems and stuff like that.
Yeah. School us on the racking system, man. What have you learned? Man,
it's powerful. Like it can do a lot of stuff. And, I'm a creature of habit, so I don't know if I'll utilize some of it for this. Like it can make your addressing a lot easier if that's what you're used to. So I'll use some of it, but not to its full extent, just because it's what I'm used to.
Right. Yeah. You probably go back to hobbyists when it's all over.
Right. Unless they forget.
Can you do something on that one? This out, Bo?
Right. He'll miss it so much. He'll be like, all right, I'm sold.
No, we appreciate that. And it's pretty cool to play around with.
Yeah. I bet that makes your lives easier to some degree.
Yeah.
The fact that Drew's willing to get on calls with you guys for a couple hours and walk you through the new features that you're not used to, that's huge. That's so nice.
Yeah. Ton of help.
Let's talk about the competition rule sets. When you got the rule set initially, right off the bat, what'd you think? Did anything jump off? Did anything jump off the page at you?
Not really. I guess I knew that they weren't going to do it inside the track anymore.
Yeah.
And that it was going to be out where they're having it. So I didn't know what the size was going to be. And I guess because of the size restriction, it makes sense to have the position restrictions. It's awesome that we have a sponsor that's providing the $1,000 worth of product, American Wholesale. So that was nice. And then, obviously the above and beyond, that's I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent to whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess if the rules were made clear going into it, if you were worried that somebody's going to go way overboard, I don't know, maybe it's may prohibit you from wanting to sign up, but I don't think that's going to. I really don't think that's going to be the case.
Yeah, dude. And I think in the hobbyists, and I guess this is just like an open forum question for everyone, but I think hobbyists are used to it. To be honest, if we go through all of the different Class C competitions, I mean, we were talking about PGIs last year. Did they even have a spending cap on those? The PGI competition shows.
I think they're all unlimited.
Yeah, you can just spend whatever you want to spend so long as your show is within
the time restraints and the positions. If it's just the large or small.
Jamie, AJ, do you know that off the top of your head?
I think it's what he said. It's the same.
Yeah,
not sure.
The positioning, it's almost like the large, I guess.
Plus two positions.
Right. You're constrained plus a couple of positions, but like the unlimited at PGI, is there any limit to physical positioning?
I mean, you have your field limits, obviously, but I don't believe that there's any limit to how many stations you can have.
Yeah.
Did you have lane limitations at all?
Wait, hold on. You're talking about for the COBRA-CON?
No, I was trying to make open comparisons from like for the comparison's sake on why like definitions and the effects that it have on people. But I was kind of saying pyros are used to it, because so many of these events have competitions that are formatted in essence the same way-ish. Everybody tends to piggyback off everybody else's rule set and make, finite little changes and then respin it and throw it out into the world. And then they wind up going back and learning from previous year's rules and then just kind of crafting stuff until they feel like it makes sense for future iterations.
Yeah.
Similar to what Sky Wars has done. I think that's why even to this day, it seems like little things from year to year.
Budget gets bigger and bigger, and
rules are adjusted. I mean, you had the tower thing with Skywars has evolved over the years.
Yeah.
Just making room for everybody's lane so everybody can have room for their product.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think the same thing. I think the same thing will happen with COBRA-CON. I mean, in a good way. After this year, after this year goes and they see what happens, I think they'll probably end up getting more sponsors, honestly, that come forward and want to help with having their product in the shows, and that'll help take off some of the cost that the shooter may take on.
Yeah, totally. And I would say that a lot of these competitions want to get to that point.
For sure.
They want to, when you invite talent out to shoot at the shows, you want them to feel like they're being taken care of. And, COBRA-CON is such a huge event, and the network connections are always there. I don't think it's really any shortage. I think a lot of that has to do with just internal bandwidth, for one. I mean, there's essentially one or two guys event planning for the entire thing.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's a huge event, even though you look at it, it's only a few days. It's a huge event.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely the perfect event for a Class C or 1.4 Pro competition.
100%.
Aside from someplace like Skywars, you're never going to get a more concentrated group of guys and gals that just want to do pyromusicals.
Right.
Like, they're there very specifically to learn how to do choreographed work.
Yeah, that's what a majority of them are showing up to do. To push to the next limit.
Yeah. And it's cool. It gives them something to shoot for also. The new guys that are doing the boot camps and whatnot.
Yeah, what's the over-under on how many of the boot camp guys are going to go, all right, I mean, I just saw what
I'm
Nate
doing this
did.
next year.
Right. I'm going to do that next year. I mean, it's like, just Nate, Mike, and John, the JP shows are real good, but just wait until you see my boot camp.
Is boot camp after the Pro-Am shows?
So Friday, there's a handful of them. I don't know if they're doing them on Friday and Saturday, but I know the boot camp shows are first on Friday.
Yeah, I think you guys would probably close out the night on Friday. Are they going to do any demos on Friday night?
No, but there is a closing show.
Oh, that's cool. Who's doing it Friday? See here, I haven't been to the website since last week.
I think it's Dominator, isn't it?
Is it?
No, they're doing the Anthem on Saturday.
Shows. Here we go. Showtime. There we go. Tim Jameson.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that'll be a good one.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. That's great, man. That's great. They got him.
That's going to be really good.
Yeah.
There you are. 9:40, 9:55.
Well,
all the boot camps can do it,
I
and then see all the boot camps can do their show, and then see the Pro-Ams be like, oh, that's where I can get to, and then they'll see Jameson's and be like, holy
Yeah, it's invigorating, man. People are inspired when they see that stuff. It looks like they do have a couple of demos on Friday night. They got NCI's. Good. Yeah, NCI's demo is after the 7th boot camp show.
Okay.
And then
I enjoyed their demo last year.
Yeah, same. And then I think they got Freedom Fireworks demos after that. And then you guys.
Yeah, it's always cool when you watch the demos and something new pops up and you're like, what's that? I want that. Damn it.
Yeah, and they're going to hand you the sheet of the order of everything. It's like, oh, you're sitting there, can't find your pen to mark it down.
Leaning over all of your laps. Which one was that? Which one was that?
Yeah, it was like when the hectic cake went off. Yeah, you and I both like put our heads out and like turned at each other. Like,
shit, I should have been paying attention. Which one is that? What's that called? Let's see. Do they have a? Yeah, do they have a national anthem both nights? I don't see a national anthem on Friday.
That's a good question.
Which I see a national anthem on Saturday. I don't see one on Friday though.
I'm guessing that they're going to, because last year when they had all the rain cancellations, on Saturday when they did the shows, they had 2 national anthems. one from Friday night and then the Saturday night one.
Cool. Okay. Sweet. I don't know, dude. This is really cool. I'm anxious to see how they conduct the shows, man. I feel like they're going to be flying through these things. There's so many.
Pray for good weather.
Yep.
Hey, don't do that.
Hey,
have you looked at your Farmer's Almanac yet, AJ?
I don't know if it goes that far out.
Oh, yeah, it does. I think they go out years, don't they?
I don't want to use that. Hold on, I'll go to my website that I use.
I don't use that.
So far, it's been dead on.
oh boy.
Let's see here. Monthly.
You're actually looking? It's okay. You don't really need to.
You asked.
So they come back 15 minutes from now and you're going to be like, man, I'm sorry, guys. I just can't find the weather forecast for April.
All right, let's see here. April 11th. Oops.
Oh my God. It goes down to the day.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And somebody's getting paid for that, by the way.
Oh, wait, this is in Princeton, though. Someone's getting paid for it, is that what you said?
Somebody's getting paid to load the weather in.
Yeah.
For April. Today. I should have been a meteorologist.
Yeah, it's the only job you can have and be completely wrong and
all the time.
Right. Lots of money.
I can imagine. Can you imagine what your performance reviews at the end of the year like?
You did all right.
So your hit rate this year was about 8.6%.
Yeah, good job.
That's great. We're really happy with that. Yeah. Well, what is it? I'm dying on the vine here.
I know.
I got to know now.
I had to put in Muncie because
I want to look. Okay, hold on. I'm going to look at the Farmer's Almanac. Farmer's Almanac. Old. What's the difference between the Farmer's Almanac and the old Farmer's Almanac?
Not looking good. All right. So the 10th. I'm just telling you what.
It's January 28th, and he's like, "Oh man,
I don't know."
Shows 53 on Thursday. Friday shows. Come on.
Weather
52, mostly cloudy, windy, and a little afternoon rain. And then night it shows rain followed by a mix of snow.
Great.
Awesome.
Saturday is 52, cloudy with a little rain. And that night is cloudy, a little rain followed by a mix of snow and rain again.
Wow.
The Farmer's Almanac actually does boots, yeah. And your ice skates if there's frost.
Yeah.
The Farmer's Almanac says that it's like for 2025, it says it's there's an above normal chance of frost in the central states in April. That's crazy, dude.
I think this year's going to be a little odd. I mean, if you see the weather pattern of how it's been going, look at South. They've been getting like snow and all this, and us northern people. I'm like, I was just talking about it today. I'm like, I don't have any snow on the ground. There's nothing. It is January 28th. We've had like 2 freezing days, and other than that, I'm like, I've been fine in a hoodie. I don't get it. I don't get it. This is not normal. So something's going to happen this spring and this summer. So it's kind of scary, even leading into the 4th of July season.
Right.
Yeah, it'll be whopping 52 degrees.
You think they'll be able to put all 36 shows on one day if they have to?
Nope.
All right, guys, fire all.
I know it's noon. Send it.
Send it, yeah.
Is everybody else still seeing strobe? No, you were just looking right into the sun during the show.
You can see the drones during the day.
You would change out all your show for smoke.
Yeah.
There you go. Just bring in, keep it on tap. Put it in the trailer. You never know.
Yeah, backup show.
That's a sure. You got time. You got plenty of time. You're already done with your show A, plan A.
Yeah.
You need a plan B.
Vanna shows up with a second trailer. This is the daytime show. This is the nighttime show.
Oh, man.
Pack it up. We'll take that home. Vanna, start working on that. We can take it apart. Put that. It's got to go back in the box. Make sure you put it in the right box, though.
So being your first competition, is there any nerves setting in, or is it
not yet? I'm sure it will, especially once you get on site. But I think it's more of the excitement and anticipation right now. But it's not really nervous. Just having fun with the design, and this is the part that I enjoy the most is the design, and then when I start tearing cakes apart and all that good stuff. Yeah. That's my favorite part.
That's the putting it on the ground and cleaning it up this sucks.
Even setup I enjoy. Cleanup sucks, but part of it.
Well, when you have time to execute that setup too, there's a part of me that I always, I guess, kind of despised the setups that last a really long time, or that you feel like you're doing it for months and months. Days. Yeah, right. For months on end. But like when I do stuff for 5 days, it's like, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because you're doing it all day long and you're neck deep in it for the entirety of the day, and you don't feel like you get a breath. Yeah. But something like what you're doing, you can pace yourself through the setup, and then it's not as cumbersome on you when it comes down to it, because it allows you to, I guess, pre-plan and use forethought to kind of look into the stuff that could potentially be a problem, stuff that's hard to manage over the short term. You can get so much of it done up front that you're able to think your way through 90% of it.
Oh, I heard he was going to shoot the whole show just to test it.
Nah.
Chad?
I do need to test some stuff, but no way.
He said no way.
Jamie is really
hard enough
generous.
time finding the product the first time.
Right. I'm still looking.
Jamie's your guy.
Jamie's my guy.
Jamie's your guy. He's
Jamie
got what
probably
you need.
has it. He just doesn't have it in his inventory because he forgot he had it. Just call Chad.
I heard he already looked at my inventory.
I did. Because my inventory was off on something. Maybe he's got it. Nope.
Wait,
please tell me that Chad was the one that shared Jamie's inventory with you.
No, I was at Chad's.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's...
Yeah.
Have you been to
Chad's shopping?
No, I've never been to Chad's.
Man, we need to go to Chad's. I feel left out now.
I know it's nice just from the pictures I've seen.
I know. I want to see the castle that he has to work in, and
I really hope that Nate told me that Chad sent Jamie's inventory. That would have been amazing. Like it's finally happening.
Oh, yeah, I got to get rid of this
finally
stuff.
Happening.
Well, Chad actually told me to let Nate know that he would sell my product to him for 75% off and his product for 50% off.
My own product.
That's right. We're liquidating that batch over there.
Yeah.
Very specifically that batch.
We're rotating. This is 4 years old. We need to get it out of here.
No, Chad was nice enough to store my slices for me. When Jamie brought back my stuff from Skywars that I had ordered, my garage was full, my trailer was packed. I was like, man, I have no idea where I'm putting this. He's like, I'll take it to Chad's. I said, okay.
Didn't even call Chad, just said Chad.
To be clear, Chad told him to take it there, and I said, I can take it there. I did not volunteer Chad.
He needs to start a consignment service.
I think
he's got a nice setup. He's got the room for it.
Yeah. He's probably like, I'll bring all this here. One of them's going to forget one of these cases, and I'll get that free case.
I'm sure he's used plenty on my product because he knows I don't remember what's there. I'm sitting there carrying this stuff out every July. And I'm like, that looks familiar. He likes to tell me, you picked that up last time you were here.
He's trying to talk you into how much slimmer and bulkier you look since the last time you were there. It's just his way of convincing you that things are supposed to be lighter than they were when they dropped them off.
I swore this was higher last time. You got shorter.
I think Chad just loves his pyro friends.
Why did it take me 2 trips to bring it here and only half a trip to bring it back, Chad?
Yeah.
Dude, your trailer was absolutely ridiculous, though, coming back from Sky Wars.
Oh, man.
He opened the side door, and I felt like, you know, when you would go to those...
Like 2020 all over again?
No, I don't know. I mean, I've seen messy trailers, but like, I mean, it looked like my trailer when I take a bunch of shit to the dump to drop off. It's just like you open it up and everything's just falling out. It looked like one of those, what are they, like the adult Chuck E. Cheeses with all the trampolines, and you go in the places that are just like gigantic messes. It's exactly what the trampoline places.
The adult trampoline place?
Yeah, the adult trampoline places with all the
adult Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, where's this at? I want to go.
It was a trampoline park.
I still think that's a kid's park.
I don't think so. Not as much as it costs. And then you see some of the dudes with the...
Oh, you're talking about like the huge gymnastic people that like drop and then like pop back up. Okay, yeah. I remember.
Like Sky Zone or something?
Yeah. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, they got all of wear the Velcro suit and then stick yourself to the wall?
I do that.
Which was you trying to get to one piece of product when you figured out that it was in the back of the trailer.
Everything's always in the back of the trailer.
Or in the middle.
Right.
Buried.
Or the bottom.
Why did you put that there? I don't know.
I just got a message saying, hey, did you ever cash that check? And I'm like, I thought I did. I don't know where it is. It must be buried in the trailer from the Octoblast board.
Oh, really? Bob sent you something?
Yeah. I'm like,
oh, that's funny.
I was pretty sure I deposited it, but now I don't know where it is because it probably isn't a trailer.
People hand me checks. I get anxiety. The first thing that I do is sign it, flip it over, and regardless of where I'm at, I'll just take a picture of it and do it on like the online deposit. Online deposit. Because I do the same thing, dude. I forget about it. I stick it in a bag, and then 2 years later, I find the check. But my dad's usually the only one that ever gives me checks. Like when we'll shoot a show or something, then people are throwing donations and stuff. But he never remembers that he gave me the check. So then 2 years later, when I cash it, he's like, what the hell? It's like, well, hey, you're the one that bounces your checkbook, buddy. You brought this to me 2 years ago.
Let me show you this app.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What do you think of the towers thing at COBRA-CON? You going to utilize any of the elevated effects at all? No,
I'm not. I think it was a good what they did with the 12-foot limit. I think that's good. I mean, mainly because of space. You know, all those shows are going to be set up out there, and I mean, you guys know the footprint that a good sized tower takes up. So it kind of helps minimize the footprint because it can only be 12 feet tall.
Yeah, and
then my thoughts, you don't get much of an effect when it's only 12 feet in the air. So I'm just totally not. One less thing I got to mess with.
Yeah. I think good for maybe leveling stuff. If you can figure out how to get some semblance of leveling on ground effects at 12 feet. But beyond that, like I'm not even sure at 200 some odd feet off of the front line, what that would do.
How much of
aside from make it visible.
You're so close.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I mean, that's just like, that's a lot of added construction too, unless you go out and buy, what Shu did at Sky Wars. Yeah. Like what Shu did at Sky Wars a few years ago in 20, it was 20, 20, where he did like the speaker stands.
Oh yeah. That's good. I've done that before.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is a damn good idea, but you can't do it without expense, a hefty one. But actually, I almost wonder if nowadays that'd be cheaper than building something out of wood.
I think it would.
I think so too.
Pun intended. Because that 4x4 was expensive.
Man, I just made me think of something. Remember the device I was talking about earlier, Bo, for the TV?
Oh yeah. Yep.
How they go 15 and some go higher.
Oh yeah. Let's just put 2. Let's figure out how to find one that's made for like a gymnasium or something. It goes up to about 50 feet.
They don't make them that tall.
Sure they do. I mean,
like an antenna truss?
You can find it.
No, it's like I was talking about a drywall lift.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So it's like the one I have at work is 15 or 16 feet high. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. It's tiny. I just thought that'd be great for smaller elevated positions.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And you can rent them.
Can you flatten that out, or is that a fixed?
Oh no, you can flatten it because it's at an angle, so you can load it and then you turn it so that it lays flat. So when you lift it to the ceiling, you don't have to hold it up. You just zip it in.
That's so cool, dude.
And I just
how high do those go?
Way to go, man! You just changed the world.
Yeah.
You just changed
Sky
the world.
Wars 2025. Yeah. Sorry, guys, we have no drywall lifts in the whole state.
You can put your 4x8 sheet of plywood on there and crank that thing up there.
Yeah, they got enough effects. You can get up there, and you can rotate it at the people too, so you can make flames to like spell letters and stuff. Man, see, I'll erase all this, Bo.
DMX control, and you can have the whole lift moving in motion during the show with the DMX control.
Jamie, think of how much time and money that would have saved you.
I already know whose show this is going to go into.
Just stop. You're making my brain think. No, not even going down that rabbit hole. Nope.
Yeah, you are.
Apparently I have a check to deposit.
How stable do you think that would be at a fully extended 15 feet?
I mean, when they hold 3/4 inch drywall, that's got to be 100 and something pounds a sheet.
Yeah. So how many sheets do they hold?
One sheet
typically.
At a time.
One sheet at a time.
Dear God, that's some heavy drywall.
Is there a decent sized footprint on those?
It didn't seem, dude. The feet that extended out didn't seem like they extended
like
out much past.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a ton.
But
that's not to say that you couldn't like throw some sandbags or something on them. I'm sure, but
right.
Or 3 helicopters.
Oh man, that would look really cool. I gotta shut up. I just thought of something else.
I don't know. Some of those commercial drones might work. 3 of those out there holding the weight.
Yeah.
Got any farmer friends?
We can get those. We can get them approved now. Yeah.
We can
get them approved. It was all good. All of that shit that happened in New Jersey, much ado about nothing.
Here's what we got to do. We'll just make our own drywall lift, and we'll call it pyro lifts. We'll sell them. You know the difference.
Slap a sticker on it.
Yeah.
Rebrand it.
Harbor Freight sell those?
They do.
Do they? Hold on. Do they really? I don't think they do.
They're only like $130. They're cheap, dude. Yeah.
I bet Harbor Freight has them.
You're kidding me. Hold on. Oh, look.
Oh, man. Now we can start a new website called Pyro Freight.
150 pound capacity drywall panel hoist, $219.
Oh,
how about that?
Amazon has one for $86.99. Oh, that's 11 foot though.
11 foot. Yeah, look at that, dude.
Pyro lifts now. $299.99.
That's These are great.
Do that and then just drop ship them from Amazon.
Yeah. Hey, we can get it from Temu for $116.
They only go 5 feet in the air, though.
Let's call Alibaba. How many for 1,000? Special price $55.95.
What does this telescope do? Lifts to a height of 11 feet 5 inches. It says holds a single panel up to 16 feet long and lifts to a height of 11 feet 5 inches.
And that's 150
pounds. That's still really good for what this is. Huh.
I can't wait till we talk after the
wheels
show,
are turning. Which as soon as you Google drywall lift, that pun will make sense. I would like to be the official drywall wheel cranker guy on your shoot site.
This is way easier than lifting these damn towers.
This is way easier.
Where's the straps?
Yeah. You don't have to worry about me screwing that up. 1 click, 2 click. Don't you worry about it. 4,800 turns.
1 crank.
Yeah. I don't know if would you take the wheels off of that though before you send it up? Would you just try to weigh it down with sandbags?
I would just weigh it down.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put the wheels in there because the thing folds up. The legs fold downwards so that it's just one long piece. So it doesn't take up room when you're putting it in a truck or something. That's the beauty part. So you could literally.
So what do you think that is? Like when that folds up, when those fold out, you think they got like a cotter pin or something that keeps the legs in place?
I know guy makes nice things out of aluminum.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian.
All right, yeah, Brian, picture this. We want a drywall lift, but we want it to go about 50 feet in the
air. Need you to showcase that at
AJ.
He could just make it so the legs detached and then you connect them right there. There's your long giant base. You would need a big field though.
Next Friday, Brian's going to be texting us. Damn it, guys. I've
had 15 people call in for wheels and drywall.
Oh, shoot.
This has got to be like a telescoping type thing. Yeah. I always wondered how those, that mechanism inside there works. Because you would have to have a few different extrusions of aluminum that go into that, almost like those Russian dolls, right? That's how that's the science behind that telescoping arm. It's like my old Star Wars lightsabers that I got at Toys R Us.
And I wonder how, top heavy that's going to be. If you think about it, the drywall gets pushed against the ceiling. It's not just hanging out 12 feet in the air.
Right.
Well, you can always use a sky lift too. I don't know how much those go up, but we use them for air conditioners to lift them up on some rooftops. They hold some weight too.
Sky lifts? You mean actual man lifts?
Yeah, they're hand crank lifts on wheels, just like a drywall lift.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. That's like some of those antenna towers are like that. Those hybrid antenna towers or camera towers.
Man, this conversation is getting real deep into designing and this is what happens. Go down a rabbit hole. We're like, all right, man, I'm
telling you, man, if the farmers can use drones to irrigate their fields, they can hold some weight.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's interesting. I do agree though. I think that that they put something into the show where you can have some elevation, but that they put a cap on what it is. Right. I feel the same way that you do, Nate, that could have possibly gotten out of hand.
Yeah.
5 lifts. Where'd these come from?
five lifts.
Hey, Sunco's over here. They got 2 trailers full of lifts. Where do I put them?
Oh my God.
They were built to Scott Smith.
Are we going to see anything? You don't have to give anything away, obviously, but are we going to see anything? Are you going to dazzle me? Am I going to we're talking Hart and Flaley inflatable car lot man, dazzle. Got anything for me this year?
I don't know if I can pull off a Hart with 5 positions. I think, what do we have there, AJ? Was it 11 or 13 that we used on that? I can't remember. At PGI.
It was 13.
No, there was 13 total. So we used 11. Because remember,
we didn't use the outside ones.
Yeah. Thought about it after doing the test shot, but then after that, I'm like, oh man, if we move it out one more, it'll be better, I think. And we were like, but we already shot it, or you already shot it. So just leave it,
right?
Exactly.
Because what if?
Right, exactly.
Unless you want to test it.
I've got a couple of different runs and shapings that I guess hopefully will be a little bit unique.
I don't doubt it at all. If there's a handful of men that could have told me that same thing, and I would have been like, okay, sure. Yeah. Sure. But you carry stock, you carry weight. I believe it.
But kind of like with when I did do the heart, I got to test them because I don't want it to look stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
well,
what was that?
it helps to know too.
Yeah.
Because if it really doesn't translate to the field, I guess that brings up another cool topic to talk about. Have you ever tested something because you make things as perfect as possible in design? You get out to the field to test it, you test it, and you're like, this is no way, this isn't going to work. So like back to the drawing board. And if you know that doesn't work, how do you learn from that experience? How do you know that if you go to do something that may possibly be a derivative of one of the same concepts later on, that you're like, nope, I know that I can't do that?
Yeah. I think a lot of that is not necessarily doing like a full run or a full shaping, but if I'm using a new product that I want to incorporate into it as a shaping or a run, if I go and test that one product for the first time, that could deter me from wanting to use it or to do that shaping with that product. Not necessarily the actual shaping or run. I don't test that a whole lot, but more so just product to make sure that I'm comfortable with putting the shaping together with it.
Yeah. Yeah. That you're going to get something that's very, very close to IRL performance.
Right. But no, I think my finale is a little bit unique. It's compared to a traditional finale on what I'm doing. So hopefully that's something that's a little different from what people have seen and what they're used to with a normal finale in a show.
Yeah. It's got a good flow to it. I mean, what would you say off the top of your head without giving anything away? Is it in the sequencing or the way that it feels and the flow? Like what about it? Stands out?
It's a combination of everything. Just the flow and the shaping of everything going off with the beat of the music, and it all ties together. And I'm excited to see it. I hope it looks as good as what the sim shows.
Nice. I love it, dude. I'm really looking forward to your show. Looking forward to your show. I'm looking forward to Mike's show. Looking forward to JP's show.
They're going to have some good shows. I can tell you that.
Oh, dude, I was so refreshed.
Competition.
Yeah, I was so refreshed when I saw the lineup that they chose.
Yeah,
because all three of you guys are stellar designers.
No, I think it's going to be a good show, and hopefully they get what they're looking for.
And next year, we're like, I'm not going after that.
Did you hear that they're drawing names to see who sets up whose show?
That's funny. I'll make sure I have a map.
Just show everybody. How did I get everybody's?
Yeah.
Why don't you ever pick up the phone? I've got something to rescue. I was so reckless in your brain. Guys, there's so much knowledge in here. Pretty wags, ready wags, and I'll give it to me.
All right, meat man. We got 4 of them for you this week.
Oh boy.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. First one's from Nana Mess.
Do wop, bop, bop, do wop, baby, bop, do wop, bop, bop, boo, yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite sure that happened while we were drinking and watching the Chiefs game. Is my guess is the one that was recorded.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the Chiefs. I think it was Hanson.
Yeah.
I think it was Hanson. It was handsome. Yeah, it sounded like a cover, maybe like a cover band.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm surprised it wasn't the what did what is his name? Travis do after
Travis
the show?
Kelce.
What did he sing after the show?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even watch the game. I don't have I'm gonna when Patrick Mahomes retires. Yeah, right. I didn't even watch the game. When Patrick Mahomes retires, then I'll go back to watching NFL games. I feel like this is worse than how I felt about the Patriots for I don't know how many years. I never thought I could dislike a team more, and I know that this is gonna go over so well with our listeners.
Discord Friday. No one's going to talk about the episode.
Oh my God.
I'm with you.
What do you mean we lost 30 subscribers?
The next one is from Nate's Meat.
What?
Your meat.
Your meat called
in and left
Your
a
meat
voicemail. Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
There once was a Dex that made some meat, and the name of the meat was the Nate Man's Meat. The girl came in, and the coals went down, and soon she fired a pie. Oh, soon may the Nate's Meat come to bring us happiness and some rum. One day when the grilling is done, we'll take our meat and go.
Yeah, wow. I love it. I need a God. What is the?
That was impressive.
Yeah, he's getting quite good at this. I just realized that I don't have a.
I think he's trying to work on his own segment.
He wants an intro song.
Yeah.
Bring him in the head up voicemails.
He wants a recording deal at Bozy Music LLC.
That's great.
Oh my God.
Right, anonymous.
Last year, that heart was so epic. I don't know what you're going to come up with to top it this year at COBRA-CON, but I'm excited to see it. My question is, who's going to be your pyro crew? All of your rhythm pyro friends are going to be busy teaching classes. I might be willing to sign up if I can get some of that Nate's Meat beef jerky out of the deal. Can't wait to see you. Later.
She had to temper the way that she delivered that message. Her boyfriend listens to this podcast.
Yeah.
She had to be careful with that.
I don't know. She said Nate's Meat, can't wait to see it. So.
Yeah, dude. The heart is. I don't. Do you realize how profound the heart was? And I'm not asking you to, to pat yourself on the back. I don't want you to feel called out or anything like that. But I think so often in amateur fireworks, and even the professional guys that are constantly performing in front of the community and the industry, everybody goes into big shows and they want to do something that nobody's ever done before. And I think so often that it almost loses its luster after a while, because, AJ and I were kind of joking today, where it's like people are saying, oh, we're going to do something that nobody's ever done before. And it winds up being like that scene in Rocket Man with Harlan Williams, where he gets on Mars. He's literally the first human on Mars. And he's like, I'm going to be the first man to walk backwards on the Mars. I'm going to be the first person to fart into a tube on Mars. It winds up being a lot like that in pyro. People pick the kind of the weirdest things to say. I'm going to be the first person to do this. You took traditional ground effects and you created a shape that was really profound. You found a way to differentiate and kind of show people that you can, in fact, use the same old mechanisms that people have been designing pyromusicals on, without changing, elevated positioning and, like moving out into other sectors of the vertical spectrum and like placing things in other axes to make different shapes. Like you found a way to do that off the ground.
Yeah. And
I wonder if you knew at any one point after this where you're like, this is special.
Man, I was just, was nowhere near expecting the feedback that we got from it. No, I was just hoping that people liked it and that they could tell that it was a heart. And then even when I went and did the test run of it, I videoed it and I sent it to AJ. So I don't know, man. I'm like, what do you think? He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, what do you think? He's like, it's awesome.
Right.
But no, ultimately, I wanted
to kill
people
you now,
to be able
so
to.
No one ever knows about this.
I just wanted people to be able to tell what it was and hope that they liked it. And I'm glad they enjoyed it. And I honestly, I hope I see more of it next year.
Yeah. You will, for sure. I mean, even after you shot that, I think I saw at least 2, maybe 3 shows where people took the same concept and did the same thing, because it really was special. It seems so few and far between to where the originality in pyromusicals had almost come out of the whole, hey, let's see like if you can make any brand new sequences and shapes into bigger picture type stuff. Like you're watching a show, waiting for the bigger picture to have the impact on how the show differentiates itself. But it wasn't that with the heart. Like the heart was, I mean, your whole show was absolutely awesome. Like you guys killed it, but just in those really minute segments, like it was super, super impactful. Dude, you should be so proud of yourself.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited that everybody liked it, and I hope that I get to see more of it. You're not stealing an idea. I want you to do it.
Imitation's the highest level of flattery.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. Last one's from Mike.
Hello, this is MDF Auto Group reaching out to you about your vehicle's extended warranty. We've been trying to reach you, even if it meant joining your Patreon, because your car warranty is about to expire, and we want to make sure that you're not left stranded on the side of the road with a pyro-obsessed ginger as your only mechanic. We understand that you acknowledge the Patreon subscription.
Doug doesn't have red hair, does he? When he used to have hair?
Wait, who?
I don't think so.
Who's
Doug? He said, well, I don't know. I don't know what he's referring to. It sounds to me like he's either, I think I know which mic this is, which if it is this mic, then he's referring to Jessica. If it's not that mic and it's like a AI or something, then I couldn't tell you who the pyro-obsessed ginger is. But the first thing it made me think of, pyro-obsessed ginger.
Obsessed. Okay.
First thing that I thought of was Doug, though, because of all of all the that he went through just to try to get to PGI.
Yeah. I don't think Doug was ever a redhead.
Okay. I don't know. That's why I was like, does anybody know what color Doug's hair was when it was there?
When it was there.
When it was there.
Received a very nice coaster, but we are still waiting for your response to our generous offer. Consider this. You don't want to be in the middle of delivering an emergency supply of Bozy balls and urinal cakes to COBRA-CON when suddenly having a vehicle breakdown costing an arm and a leg. Have the peace of mind that you have an extended warranty with MDF Auto Group and call us today. Press 2 if you wish to hear about our vehicle lockout services.
I know that's got to be Jessica's mic. That has to be Jessica's mic, because that's what he does for. That's his job, isn't
what's
it?
That?
Doesn't he do that for a living?
I don't know.
I think he does.
What's his last name? F?
I don't know. It doesn't say. It just says Mike.
Yeah.
Just says Mike. And the way that was delivered, it sounds like that's not his first go around. For the first 10 or 15 seconds of that, I thought that was an AI.
No, listening to him on Discord talking, that does sound like him actually. No, more and more. He just did it in that really good professional, like I've practiced this a few times.
He probably just winged it.
If you guys want to call into the Rhythm Pyro voicemail line, go over to bozy8823.com/Rhythm Pyro, and there's a button to leave us a voicemail. Call in anytime we have guests on. We'll get something out ahead of time. Go join the Discord community and go visit us on Patreon, patreon.com/Rhythm Pyro. Nate, thanks a lot for hanging out with us this week, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me. It was a blast,
man.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the show,
man.
Yeah,
looking forward to seeing you guys, and April can't get here soon enough.
Slow it out, man.
Don't stress AJ out because we didn't put together the PowerPoint presentation yet.
We'll do that tonight
For the
before,
show.
right?
That's going to start coming around. I know February is going to roll around. He's gonna be like, hey, we going to do this? What's going on? What's going on, man?
We'll be saying the same thing in April.
Yeah. Shut up, Jamie.
Oh, God, that's funny. All right, stop talking about it.
Stop talking about it.
Stop talking about it.
Stop talking about it.
My man.